pages of the unending novel. It's calendar of Necrobell have spoken. First of the end time is here. Psalms 5:5. The sky shall weep fire, and a great stone shall plummet as cities fallen from heaven. Its gift is death, and madness is its herald. And like that, we open to a black-ridden sky. Thunder strikes, and the smoldering crater slamming into the world. Those of you who are here now are wise or lucky enough to not be driven mad by the blackness it provides. Within you, what is left of a hunger, driving forward maybe, or perhaps you had lost your mind long ago. Such things could not corrupt is already tainted. Each of you draws breath today. Deep, insatiable starvation is only quenched by the unending game. Pray tell to thee, and write upon the skin of the scribes thy name and who thy are in this wretched blackened world of Mork Borg, Dark Fort. David, please tell us.
Well, I am Latra, and I'm a forlorn philosopher. I don't know, everything here in this world is going to end, and frankly, I'm bored of it already.
Well, out of boredom comes curiosity, the mind to play tricks with. And what of you, Aiden?
Things were going so well. All I hold on to is my lost glory. No, not that anyone would understand that. As he reaches down and pulls up a centipede and bites his head off.
Delicious meal. May it sate both mind, curiosity, and your infatuation, you bug-eater. And what of you, Rugnar?
I'm Rugnar. I was a mighty warrior, hunting the goblins in forest, and then the arrow, eventually I killed the goblin that stuck me, but the poisons and the vileness of the arrow made me fall. As I fell onto a raven. This raven crushed beneath me, and something pulled my soul back to the world, and the raven came with me as I now walk as a cursed skinwalker. My once pleasant demeanor is now morbid and vindictive, and I pick my nose.
A scavenger. Natural and befitting. Scrounged, warlike. And Egan.
I was dying of the plague in a Bergen crypt until I touched something outside. I am an esoteric hermit, and I wield a hawk as my weapon. I am vindictive and endlessly aggravated by the world around me. Also, I have a hook for a hand, as I lost it.
Two bird brains. One, both hook and by crook. shall make your way. This is our gathering of vagabonds. There they go. They are not true. All that is known to the congregation is this: as you sit round the fire, our bellies recently filled by our sous chef of the apocalypse, not yet finding a sizable enough rock for Blotra to do her bidding. The soup and gruel that Lagan is able to provide is able to satiate the appetite. We each remember words of the Lord. The greatest city ever seen, Dalgenbeck, was sent out here. Sent, very simply, find what has been causing people to go missing in the countryside. We're now on the edge between Galgenbeck and the icy cold tundra of Kergos. Then life and coin easily taken, and the relentless undead far from now the people of the past few weeks, constantly, 2 by 2, sometimes an entire village missing. Its workforce, its people to till what is left of these dead grounds. Without people like that working, some of you wouldn't have the weapons you have. Whether by selfish indignation, by the materials they can provide, or simply by the fact that your group has been offered over 200 silver to find what has taken place of them, and the ability to keep anything that you found yourself on this journey. Well, either one, maybe just a kindred-hearted person, taking heed and comfort for the weak and indignant in such a grueling, voracious time. It does not matter to the others. The only thing that matters is that you are here. You are less than a day away from the stretch of greenery these poor people have been last seen. What did you speak of as the group of you sit around the fire? Low, killing.
I'm sitting off by myself just a little bit, near enough to the fire that I can be seen in its influence, but just outside, petting the chest of my hawk as it sits upon my hook. My hawk's name's Jetta, by the way.
Blotra is sitting closer to the fire and grabbing her stomach, lamenting what must have been put into the food by Legan to upset her stomach but is so far not saying anything about it.
The Kivetan sits close to the fire, simply looking into its lost blaze, twirling around the blade once belonging to his ancestors, hearing its words as it taunts himself.
Ragnar is sitting off, daydreaming of the various little varmints the other half of him, the bird half of him, would like to be hunting. You can see him kind of moving his head in very weird, awkward ways as he wishes he could be up in the sky, but the idea of transforming is so horrifying that it keeps him grounded. What was in that? This sous chef of yours. What the hell is in this? As he stirs his bowl around.
Little of this, little of that.
Well, I much prefer rocks.
Rocks.
Child-size rocks.
That's oddly specific.
Well, hopefully we will find some soon, and I will show you how I prepare them.
Do you normally measure various things in child sizes?
Well, it's one of those things where, it needs to be a 300 gold piece diamond, and the universe understands.
Right, yes. Well, I will keep my eye out for various child-sized rocks. Is a toddler size too big, or...?
Child is a fungible measure.
What if it's a big child?
Now we are getting into, and she takes a drag on her cigarette that she has now. Now we are getting into semantics.
I mean, he's got a point. Not all of them are the same size.
Just saying, what if you have a weight or something, but child size, that could be anything.
Yes, exactly. And she drags in her cigarette.
Met some very large children in my life.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I said, when we find one, we will know, and we will eat like kings.
Eat like kings or like children?
We will eat children like kings do.
Wait, are we looking for rocks or actual children?
Yes, now I'm quite confused.
They are child-sized rocks that I will render edible. They will not... Well, I cannot promise you they won't scream in pain, but they will not be human children at any point in the process.
And yet you say we are eating children? No?
We are eating children like the kings do. Do you not wish to eat like the Shadow King?
If they eat children, I'd rather not. I'll stick to my piece candy as he grabs a scorpion.
Is it Pebble? The Pebble the child of the rock? As he kind of looks up into the sky, pondering that.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, now you're getting it.
I'm just shaking my head, still petting my bird.
As you say that, Poltroon, the comedian, steps in. It is fine to consume and keep yourself a pet rock, but please, when you're thinking of child, do not whip out your cock.
Why do we keep...
Is it funny, master?
Why do we keep...
Am I funny?
Around?
Yes. Indeed. Quite funny, yes.
Good.
What the hell is that?
and he takes the other half of the scorpion. Candy? And hands it to Poltroon.
It sting, it rings in me and makes something fly. I will consume and make it ghoul. Something, apple of my eye. And he bites it.
Ah, yes. Pats his shoulder.
Can I kill him? What purpose does this man serve?
Morale.
I believe that he keeps us in high spirits, as he says.
I still ask, what the hell is that?
Yes, hiding behind you gives me high morale. It allows me to survive, pal.
Oh dear God.
It doesn't even rhyme properly.
As
That's,
he moves, you hear the
that's what
jangle
you
of
bring
his...
up.
As you see him, he has little jangly bells at the end of his little hat and his little shoes. But they're all like half of them don't even have the little ringing metal inside of it, so it just clanks against the ground without making a pretty sound. It just goes clunk, clunk.
Yes.
Explain.
Says hi.
Explain what that is.
That is in fact a bell with no ringer in it.
No, The man. Why?
Do not worry yourself, my lord. She is of the peasantry and does not understand courtly things like me.
Yes. 'Tis an unfortunacy. You see, maybe when you're cultured enough to understand what a jester is.
Why do you have a jester?
Why don't you?
Why is your bird preening itself? Because it is.
I'd like to take a child-sized rock and bash this man across his head.
Well, I thought you've been holding out on me.
If I had a child-sized rock, I could bash him and feed us. It was two things at
I
once.
thought you didn't want to eat humans.
You assured me this was not just child size.
Yes, you're contradicting yourself, you see. You say we're not eating children, and now we are eating children. And then we are not, and now we're using
that
children
moment-
to hurt other people.
At that moment, could one of you give me what is known as a perception check? Which in this will be your presence. Just need one person of the group.
I will do it.
I will not.
I got a 16.
As we are engaged in this hullabaloo and howdly-do, you see this odd figure come right up to the camp and very gingerly attempts to pick Kvetin up and carry him away. Kvetin, please make me an agility check as you all are able to turn and you notice as Blotra, she notices, and so too the party. Very quickly, as in the middle of saying his words, we see Kvetin being carried away.
14.
You, if you wish to, you can of course be carried away by this odd thing, or you can try and free yourself and you would succeed if you wish to leave it. But you know, this thing's giving you a hug and carrying you away.
I will slip by and turn around.
Slip out of its
To
arms,
face
and
it.
as you slip out of its arms and face it, you look upon what looks to be a mass of flesh and ceramics. Like it's living, quite stone. You're not sure, but looks like living material that's shaped and has a blocky texture to it. As it turns to you and tries to pick you back up, but you're able to pull back as it keeps on trying to lift you and carry you away.
Oh, Mother, it's been so many years, but I'm afraid I'd rather not be away in your arms tonight.
Well, Fetra, introduce us to your friend.
I wish I could.
You do not know this thing.
It's rather
no,
odd that it would pick you up without consent.
Kvetin,
It's rather odd that we would eat children.
At
Then
no
give me a-
point are we eating children. What? How hard is this to understand?
You're not very
Focus.
clear.
Focus.
as you say that, Kvetin, you narrowly dodge out of the way as it proceeds to swing trying to hit you and slams into the ground where you were just standing. As it pulls and breaks the art beneath, breaks up the dirt beneath, as it looks over the group of you, ready for conflict.
Okay, now you
All
died.
wish to face.
But looks like Mother's angry.
All right.
I'm gonna pull
Who
my
wishes?
sword.
Who of you wishes to roll the initiative?
I think it should be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. That's
Okay.
20.
D6.
D6.
Roll me a D6. 1 through 3. Well, you'll tell me.
A high dice roll for a sec.
What do you get?
That is a 3.
No.
Bad guy goes first.
Shit.
Alrighty. As this fleshy, near rock-like structure, very sturdy and formed, it attempts to swing at you once again. But this time swings wide, as you see that its arms extend to an unhealthy degree. Everyone, give me an agility dodge.
Nope. 16.
Smack me good.
Ouch.
14.
It's a D10, right?
20, my dear.
Oh, a D20.
D20 plus your ability.
7.
So, okay. As two of you are struck, both of you take 2 points of damage as it swings its near elastic but rock-like arm, smacking the two of you for 2 points of damage as you both are knocked over.
Does my armor work here?
Of course. Give me a roll that armor.
My armor absorbed all the damage.
Okay.
Mine as well.
Do not take the damage, but you are
But I am
still
knocked
knocked over. You're both knocked over. So it will take a movement action just to stand back up as it comes to the friendly's turn. Wishes to go first?
I'll go first. I'll aim
Okay.
and grab the blade of my ancestors, and I will try to hit it in the arm. Hopefully knock it off. Okay. Okay. Sorry, it's been a while. Which dice do I use to hit? Is this
1d20.
one? I thought so. 13. I don't think I have a modifier.
Do not. But that is enough to strike it. Roll the damage.
Hell yeah. That is 5 plus 1, so 6.
As you bring in the blade of your ancestors, this gaudy, relished in glory old weapon sings forth and strikes heartily as it deals a visceral strike, cutting deep within the creature, severing off part of its arm. As you're able to see, as the flesh is cut, the space between pours a vicious amount of blood, as the blood just fucking showers all over the side of you and each of the people in the way, as there's just like this volume of blood, abnormal and ridiculous. Who would like to go next?
I will.
I do have a quick question. Does the court jester add any attack to that, or?
Yeah, he added +2.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he adds to the attack, meaning that was a 15. You're fine.
Okay. I was just curious.
Good. Of course, these are important things. He adds +2 for the first 2 combat.
Copy.
Go ahead, bud.
Bernard is going to charge forward, screaming, and you can tell in his scream there's a little bit of a caw, a raven's. As he charges forward with the sword, takes a swing, and that's going to be a 13.
That is going to hit. Swing and what do you get?
Ooh, natural 6, so 9.
As you bring in a mighty strike upon it, another section of it moves as you cut into the upper section of the leg, as we see a meaty chunk slice open right to where you think there should be a bone, but there is no bone, as its leg kind of bow legs, as again, just a fucking volume of blood showers and spills forth like the Sea of Galilee. Would like to go next?
I'll go.
He doesn't have bones.
Okay.
I'll
Very odd.
stand up. I'll stand up and call my bird, and send Jetta to claw out its eyes.
Go for it.
It's another D20.
Uh-huh.
Two.
You rolled a 2?
I rolled a 2.
Your bird flies forth and begins to try and pluck at its eyes. All it does is scar up its face, not causing any actual damage, as it begins to vomit, nearly vomiting all over your bird, only getting onto its wing as it has to flick away the vomit, as it's in quite a lot of disgust, as it's getting covered in blood and puke, and it just smells awful.
No.
L'autre?
Lotra stands up, grabs the whip from her belt, and attempts to flick it out at this gross, foul creature. And does not. She is fairly unskilled with this whip.
Swings out, trying to strike and bring low the creature. As the rope whips around, it catches onto the arm, but it slinks off as the flesh of the outer exterior kind of peels a little bit, and it unloosens, carrying with it some just acrid smell of BO and flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, new round.
This reminds me of the cooking we just ate.
There you go. Who would like to roll?
What I cooked was palatable.
My stomach says otherwise.
Who would like to roll a d6 for the new round?
I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
We win. 5.
Yeah, you guys. Okay, whoever would like to go again. Like to go first.
Alright, whipping again.
Whip it real good.
And throwing my dice all over the table. Let's see. Nope. I missed again.
A shot and a missed. As the
5
whip goes
and a
around,
missed.
it whips around the neck, and the creature is pulled closer to you.
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted.
As it pukes all over you.
Oh, good.
Does it taste better than that dish we just ate?
Well, I'm gonna roll to see if it got in my mouth.
Go for it.
It did.
Oh, yeah.
No, somehow it's worse.
That is a child-sized amount of puke.
Oh, God. It's certainly the amount of puke a child could produce.
I'll go.
For it.
That's 12.
That's enough.
Cool. So 5 plus 3, that's an 8.
Tell me how it dies.
He's being wrapped in his in the whip, just vomiting aggressively as Ragnar comes and pulls his head back and takes his sword and rams it through the back of where his spine should be. But I'm guessing it doesn't get much resistance as there is no bone there. So he just drives
leading
it,
you to...
yeah,
Go ahead.
right through the back of his neck into where a brain normally would reside if it has one.
You find as you come through the lower back and upper back of the neck and through where the brain should be, you find it gets easier to cut through as it severs and carves in half. As where your axe is, you just see a massive line like an Akira Kurosawa film. Just fucking blood and bile and decay just erupt violently, and it showers over everyone like it's a rain scene in a romance film. As the creature lies dead.
I'd kindly like to dance in it like a child in a sprinkler.
Dancing in the moonlight. You can do that for a free action, sure.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I, as a free action, retch from all the gross shit that got in my mouth?
You know what? This time I'll allow it.
All right, well, that's good to know.
As the creature lies dead, and your team is victorious.
And remember to say hi to Father on the way down.
So how totally infected with some terrible disease are we?
Probably.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yes, well.
Nor the last.
Well, maybe this new disease will compete with Lagan's cooking.
Ugh. If you
It's lucky
complain
we're in-
much more, I will make you cook for yourself.
I am nothing if not a complainer.
I mean, we do have some poultry on the menu. As he eyes the bird.
I hold on to Jetta and give him the evil eye and whisper to her, and she just like whips her eyes toward him with like this feral stare, like the bird's gonna go for his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He caws back at it.
As you all take the time and converse amongst yourselves, the night retches on, allowing everyone to roll a d6 of healing if you so wish.
Is there a place that we can wash up?
I have a jar of troll's piss.
There is a jar of troll's piss. Hey,
Dear
you guys are about
God.
a day away from any nearby towns. You're deeper in the woods searching for this.
Is there a river? Because dear
No.
God.
Not one. As you look up, the sky is currently on fire. Well,
That's-
part of it anyway. You could go over there, and it could clean you up pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
But you start to, you do know as you listen and take the time, from the maps you know, just south of here, it's about nearly half a day's walk from here, there is a river, more like a lake, known as Lake Odna. No, wait, you flip your map and you're like, oh wait, no, we're in icy landscape. You're like, oh fucking damn it. You could use the ice. You're like, but that's less than half a day away. You're just like, there's no real way to clean myself. Oh god, he smells so awful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take Pontoon's hat off his head and start cleaning my face with Pontoon's hat. Well, it's mine now.
To this I allow, for I shall not fight, for seeing your muscles can give me quite the fright.
If he keeps rhyming like that, I'm going to kill him.
I mean, he finally rhymed this time.
I can rhyme when I want to. It's something I can do, especially when I'm in front of all of you. It's fear that induces such a delightful thing. It's the thing that gives me such a vibrant ring. When I am afraid, I will rhyme all day, for it's something that I need to do and be when I enter the fray.
I swear to gods.
Well, at least his jokes are better than your cooking.
I will end you too.
The bird is better than you, sir.
Ah,
This is comedic jest, my lord.
well, of course. And he pats him on the back and pulls up vinegarin.
Vinegaroon. Tastes like a little bit of acid. Should add this into like several different dishes.
Yes. You know, I keep saying it, yet you keep denying it. You should really add more insects to your cooking.
Vulture nods with his master.
I'll keep that in mind.
A lot of protein. As he just keeps eating it.
As you look,
you all are able to see tracks that the creature, whatever it is, had laid as it comes to mid-morn, not too soon later.
Well, we should follow these tracks and see where it came from.
I wouldn't be surprised if it came from your mother's house.
What is with you and your mother?
Who's your mother?
I don't know. The way it looked at me with those eyes or lack thereof, all I can think of was the distasteful scorn of my mother's eyes upon me as my failures grow.
Our Lord's mother, the lady of Bedwood she was. A lady of out west of here. And doing it just because. Doing it, I mean that she fucked her father. Her father, a lord of Ketwell. Not really his brother. Though she was married to one, she fucked the other.
Story of my life there, Poltroon.
Damn right.
Well, shall we follow these tracks? I'm sure whatever's missing. It seemed like this thing came and was trying to take Ketven, and therefore they probably took all those people. And maybe we'll find some child-sized rocks. Maybe they took some children and/or rocks.
Yeah, it's all
Are you hoping
elaborate.
for rocks or children?
And or
I mean, if they're child-sized, as we've discussed, the difference between a child and a child-sized rock is not so different when you're a weird blob thing.
So are we looking for rocks or are we looking for children?
We're looking for both?
dear gods, and I just walk.
Maybe this can't be Joseph. Did this thing come from the same direct? Like when he was trying to carry him away, was he going back the way he came?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's head that way then.
Together they walk, walking side by side, searching for reason and why this thing tried to kidnap Kvetten. You thought I was going to rhyme. Fuck you.
Got him.
As the group of you come forth, the first thing that catches you is a grotesque smell. As you begin to capture likely what is going to be the rest of your goddamn day, as you look on and see what looks like a temple. And it smells putrid, and you haven't even entered.
Well, do we find any child-sized rocks? Because, breakfast came, and maybe we didn't quite break breakfast. So.
You know what? Fine. You find a. At first, you're disheartened as you find an infant-sized rock, but then hiding beneath it as you lift this child-sized rock, in your dismay, you this infant-sized rock, you find a child-sized rock, potentially almost a toddler-sized.
Well, I will cast my weird-ass spell on this, and successfully produce enough food for 3 of us, which means, Legan, you gotta eat your soup. The rest of us are gonna feast on this child side. And I'm presuming that this rock turns into some weird flesh that definitely screams as we eat it, but it's delicious and chewy.
I could stretch that.
Well,
Make one out of it.
Remember her skills. She can stretch the very use. She is competent and capable. Together, the two of you would make a really good soup.
already eating 1/3 of this child-sized rocks as it screams our music in my ear.
Oh God! Please stop it! Oh Jesus, stop! Oh, by the basilisk, please!
I mean, the scream really adds to the seasoning, It's a good flavor.
Flavor of
I'm sorry, I stopped.
Through allspice.
This is why I stick to beetles. As he picks one up.
Well, worry not, my lord. You can have your bugs and beetles. I believe the lady could stretch me a meal that is worth 7 zetas.
Well, it was definitely worth spending one of my 5 power uses for the day on that. So.
Yeah, I'll give my portion over to the sous chef to stretch it out.
I mean, you're really wasting it. You know, the longer it's around, the less it screams.
Please, don't hurt me. Don't bite into me. Oh God, I wanna live.
So how do I roll something or?
Yes, you make a cooking check. You roll a d20. Oh, this is sick.
16.
Oh yeah, you stretch it. It becomes an extra meal. Yeah, straight up. You take it as you dunk it in water so the screams bubble to the top. As you cook it for a few minutes, add a few zesty spices, flip it over as you hear for a subtle moment where it barely breaches the water, and then it goes back under, and then eventually the screaming stops as it's now 2 meals instead of 1.
Well, it's not going to taste nearly as good now that it stopped screaming. That's all I'm saying. You got to eat it fresh.
And is this per piece of meat, or did we only do that with 1 piece of meat?
It's per each days of meal, if you remember.
Oh, okay.
So you basically made a whole extra meal item, but if you probably were given, because Bug Boy's gonna eat his fucking bugs, you're probably given his, so you have a total of 4 meals now in your handiwork.
Nice.
I will be starving before I take any more of your cooking, I'm sorry to say. And by sorry, I mean I'm not sorry at all.
Well, if you prefer your food screaming, I understand.
I certainly do.
There doesn't seem to be many rocks, so we must stretch it out as long as possible. I too enjoy to eat this screaming food. Necessity, though, you know?
Yes. Well, as we look at this disgustingly putrid-smelling temple, do we see any more of those weird blobs about?
No, not immediately anything outside of it.
Do we see anything?
Short of the trap.
Do we see anything that would make it stink so much?
Not really, other than religion in general.
Yes.
The opiate of the masses and all that.
Aye.
Well, I suppose we should go find what follow our nose, as it were.
The fruity taste that shows. Oh God!
You can really taste the suffering.
Is part of complete breakfast.
Make sure to get your Church of the Two-Headed Basilisk recommended dose of suffering for the day.
Make my mouth moist.
Well, I will go inside, see what's happening.
Okay, everybody goes inside?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trying not to breathe through
Can
my
I-
nose.
Can I send my bird out scouting?
I mean, you can.
Yeah, let's do it.
Isn't it your only weapon?
Yeah, but it can also swoop attack.
Not if it's out scouting.
Are you sending it inside the building, or are you sending him out there into the open world? Or
Oh,
her?
I imagined that it had grounds. Does it not have grounds that could be scouted from the air?
It looks like it looks like a one-story building with a door. It looks like a little chapel.
Okay. All right, then that
It
would
does
be-
not, and that's the part that is unsettling, especially, is that it does not have any outward grounds. It looks like just a chapel on the side of like a hill
that reeks of death.
that reeks of unrelenting death. To the point there aren't even trees that hang over. No, the trees, you realize that this is a hillside clearing. There aren't any headstones. There's nothing aside from the footprints that you see, these very odd fleshy blood footprints from that creature, whatever it was.
Is there any way that we can tell outwardly like what this church's purpose is? Like, is there a specific
You
god
see,
or how old is this as well?
this facility looks to be made of wood, but aged wood, but tended to, comforted. You see what looks to be on the top of it a very portly figure with large breasts and flowing hair. As you begin to capture that it seems to be a goddess of fertility. I'm not sure. Not really a goddess that you recognize.
Do I recognize it?
You're rich, so maybe. Give me a presence roll.
Present. Okay.
Give me a privilege check.
It is a privilege check.
Alright, privilege check. I hate that you said that because I literally just rolled a natural 20.
Yeah. You
Pretty
checked
goddamn
you
privilege.
successfully checked your privilege.
You remember that your fat fucking sister worshipped this goddess or some shit. You know the Bacchanalians, the priests, some of whom that were executed by the Galgenbeck two-headed dragon, the basilisk, two-headed basilisk. You remember stories of secret covens amongst the wealth of plenty and those lucky few outside of those of equine elegance that had dined deliciously, and they had a faith dedicated to the fatness and of plenty. The goddess's name is Bacchael.
I do relay, of course, all of this information.
Her worship is horrifically heretical, and often individuals are force-fed pounds and pounds of apples until they die, in repentance of worshipping such a being instead of the two-headed basilisk.
I smelt heresy.
And it's probably more than just that you smell.
Well, it isn't any sort of free-thinking heresy in this theocratic world we live.
Something akin to that.
The comedy hits to me of fat and plenty, or your congregation has plenty that eat and feed.
What the hell did that mean?
Just
You guys are really complaining
Don't
about
lie.
your stomachs and the food you make. And this is a god of like being fat and shit.
Well, unless this Bacal's gonna give me lots of child-sized rocks, I'm not super interested.
Fair enough.
Consider an apple child size.
An apple is not a rock.
Wait, so you'd rather have a rock than an apple?
As I said, the suffering tastes delicious, and the screaming is music to my ears. It really reminds me of the human condition.
Which
I
is
just
Suffering, obviously.
I'm gonna shake my head and walk away and follow the tracks.
They go straight up into the building.
I thought we were all going in the building.
Yeah,
Oh,
you go
yeah.
inside.
Yes. Let us proceed.
Okay. A group of you enter into the vestibule. As the the building itself enters forward, and it goes downward. Like the moment the door opens, it just goes down some steps. You see a tight crawl space beyond. As well, it seems to have been dug. And you see what leading of the stairs to the vestibule. You see pitch blackness beyond the extension directly into the next room. You smell horrific scents, and it seems like some white fungus has kind of like begun to grow around. Well, there's debris that scatters the air.
Debris.
How long until we go nose blind?
Right.
Is that a thing?
Hopefully it'll be before we go taste blind.
Well, I can certainly taste the smell, and it's not particularly pretty.
What is in the debris? What can we find here?
Make me a search check. So go ahead and just roll me a d20.
Any modifier to it?
Yes, it'll be a presence modifier. No, you know what? With how bad it smells, it's going to be a toughness modifier.
Yeah. 15.
Okay. You find a mosaic of bloated people in robes and bizarre headdresses enjoying a massive feast on the wall. Massive mosaic. You also are able to find 7 silver krona, silver pieces, and what looks to be the remains of multiple skulls.
Well, bones.
Oh, yeah. Few bones over here, and
I'm gonna start gathering the bones. How many corpses worth of bones?
You're able
How
to find.
many child-sized rocks can we find?
Stop it with your freaking rocks.
You do not. You know what? You find 1 child-sized rock,
Yes.
and you find enough bones that equal to a person. But your bone senses are tingling, and you hear the subtle rattling of bones. The area over through the tight crawl space.
My bone sense.
Yep. Your boner sense.
Yeah.
Love the boners.
My acute bone sense.
Yep. It's like a dowsing rod.
Exactly. Let's go find some more bones. And
Damn
I don't know.
bone.
Can I? Presumably, I gotta roll this child-sized rock if we're finding one. So,
Yeah, you're gonna have to either you'll carry it on your back like an idiot, or you'll roll it around.
well, given my strength is pretty crap, I'm gonna go with rolling.
You begin to roll the child-sized rock.
I will carry my corpse worth of bones in my sack. I got a sack.
There you go. As you try to get in, you notice that anyone who's wearing armor cannot make it through the tight crawl space.
Well, this is bullshit.
Well, let's get on out of here. I don't wanna be here anymore.
This is kind of the whole purpose for us coming here was to.
Well, I got my child-sized rock, you know.
I'm gonna strip off my armor, which is pretty much all I'm wearing. I'm gonna stuff it through the hole and then
Right.
crawl in through to get to the other side, so I can put
Alright.
my armor back on.
Crawl in through as you go in first, pushing your armor forward, and as you reach for your armor, something scurries in the bones and prepares to leap at you. Make me an agility check now.
Do it now.
14 plus 2, 16.
You are definitely able to roll forth away from the striking creature as, just barely in the darkness, you see a rat badger. As initiative, Oh, and the rest of the team is still on the other side of that hole.
Yeah, but I have my hawk.
You do have your hawk. That is true.
Versus
My hawk
a-
who has more hit points than me.
Okay.
You know, you're right. Go ahead and give me who would like to make the initiative roll.
I think she should.
Yeah,
Around
give it
the
to us.
round.
A 6.
All right, you get to go first. What do you do?
I'm gonna have my hawk attack it.
On a wreck it. All right.
I'm
How
gonna
about that
wreck
hawk
it.
attack?
A 6.
That is not gonna hit.
No.
Does anyone who's not wearing armor or wishes to take off their armor and try to come on inside as well?
Yes, I do not have anything, so I will make my way through. I'm
All right,
assuming I
you're
will
able
have to take off my
slide.
sack, but I will take the sack off and fall through.
For those seconds, you're able to make it in on the other side. For your move of action, you still can make an attack action.
Okay, I will attack this thing with my sword.
It is sword.
I don't think... Oh no, it's a 13.
That is going to hit.
I love how a 10 hits in this game. Because of my guy has ridiculous strength.
Oh yeah.
4 plus 3, 7.
Okay. As strike into the creature, you bring low your weapon, cutting off half of its entire body, while the other half is still in operation and doing its best to drag its form. It's going to make a morale check.
I'd hope so. Usually when I get cut in half, I kind of lose my jeu de vie.
As it stays in the fight,
Oh my god.
grabbing one of the bones around it, that it is sharpened ever so slightly, running in against walls, as it now uses a small bony dagger.
It has a shiv.
It has a shiv.
What in the
This thing is
prison?
smart enough to have a shiv.
What in the prison
It's
shower?
smart
is
enough
that?
to have a shiv. It is
God
actually
damn.
pretty smart.
Hmm.
As
Man, I wish I could
Yeah,
have made
it's-
this thing my pet.
don't kill it, and you can make it your pet.
It's cut
Give
in
us
half. It's not going to live through the...
Just
I've
attach
seen
child-sized rock.
stranger things. Attaches child-sized rock to it. There you go. It can wheel around. Does anyone else make any actions?
I mean, Blotra, when Ligon was taking their armor off, would have started doing so too, so...
Okay. Without having your armor on, you make your way through.
Yep.
What do you do?
I mean, all I got is this whip and my -2 strength, so...
Ah! Whip it.
Oh, I actually hit.
Oh, yeah?
No, I thought that was an 18. Never mind. I got an 11.
Yeah, no.
Minus 2.
It was only going to do 1 damage anyway. Whips are garbage.
As you swing the whip and strike it on the back, the whip strikes upon the creature. It was into it.
Yeah, well... I mean, rat badgers... You know.
We found its king.
Hey.
I'm just
Nope.
sad I had to leave my child-sized rock in the other room.
Now it's got
No.
2 bones in its hands.
Dumb boner. Alright.
Alright.
Do you attempt anything there, Kvetin?
Well, of course. I aim to dash through as quick as I can and try to stab
Are
it.
you wearing armor or nay?
I don't think I actually have armor.
Probably not. Most
Yeah,
people
I don't
don't.
think I do. Yeah,
Rich people don't have armor.
exactly. The only armor I have is
Yeah,
my
you
privilege.
got a short. Yep, you don't have any armor.
All right, I'll
You-
just dash
you
through with
crawl
my
on
privilege and attack it with my blade of my ancestors.
You crawl through privilege and you attack with privilege. Got
Smack it with your wallet.
There you go.
Quick.
He'll be good. He has a jester-shaped shield.
Exactly. Something tells me a 9 probably doesn't hit.
Unmodified? No.
Not even with your modifier of your little jester.
Wow.
Yeah, you swing wide. As you swing towards the creature, it deflects your attack with its mouth dagger bone. As the creature will go, as it moves forth and is going to attempt to attack the biggest, scariest person in the room, Rugnar, hoping to scare you off and by extension scare the rest of them off. Give me an agility dodge roll. Defense.
Not great at these. No, let's see, it's an 8 minus, no, +1, so 9.
Okay, you proceed to be stabbed by a mouth shiv for 2 points of damage.
Ow!
Sorry, 3 points of damage.
Ow!
Thank you. As it stabs you in the leg with its little shiv, and it backs up with its little as best it can as it's dragging the other half of its arms. As it still seems to have its innards, but its right arm and right leg are completely severed, as well as the end of its tail, as it's just like dragging its side form with a decent amount of strength. As it is new round, roll d6 somebody.
I'll do it. 4.
That's you guys. I'd like to go first.
I would revenge!
I need revenge. My privilege is missed.
Okay, I'll let you go first because you are better than me.
Exactly.
Always the one.
That is a 13.
That is gonna hit.
Heck yeah.
Ah, that is a 6. +1 is 7.
How it dies.
I run through and I grab it by the hilt, aiming to quite literally stab through the head to pick it up.
As you stab. Go ahead.
And then leaning back with my weight and kind of like throwing it above my head as it like flies off the tip of the blade and against the wall.
As it slams against the wall and lowers against blood coating the air. The creature is dead. See something move through the bone pile.
I think that's your child.
As you see a younger, much smaller rat badger go up to the side of the larger rat badger and nudge the side of its head.
Oh no.
It is in fact not your
I
child.
feel nothing. As we all know, it is the mother's job to die to raise the child, so we have proceeded in the natural order of things. And I take a drag of my cigarette.
Well, I mean,
Glad we
you
have a
did talk
nihilist.
you did talk about taking one as a pet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it will come with me as I go to pick it up cautiously. Actually, let's see, what do I have? I'll just use my empty sack. I'll just take the bones out and just kind of swoop the sack over it.
Kidnapping.
And then
It doesn't immediately fight, it just whines.
And I'll just put some bones in there so it can eat.
Your slow chewing as whining dissipates. Bum ba da ba bum. You have a rat badger adolescent.
Hmm.
Excellent. I will teach him how to shiv my enemies.
This is fair.
Do we see any footsteps?
You see bloody footsteps that, as you see that they lead both, continuing down the direction forward, but also to the right of you, heading in two separate directions. There seems to be a layer of bloody footprints that goes between the two areas.
Which direction? You guys are seeing these footsteps, right? Which direction should we go?
And we should put our armor back on, because I think we'll need it more than we need to make a hasty retreat from this place.
I've already done that.
Well, some of us aren't as quick as you.
That's not my problem.
What about my bone? What about my bone sense? Is it that I apparently possess?
Standing above bones.
We're like right up on the bones. There's so many.
I gather
Yep,
more.
you're-
I gather more bones.
More
Gathering
bones.
rod
In,
is
you sense more
standing
bones in
directly
either
in front of
direction. It doesn't help you.
Sense bones within you.
I'm collecting. I'm collecting bones for 2 now. I got a mouth to feed.
You're right. You got
Good
it.
point. Good point.
Yeah.
Man, I want to see what a rat badger looks like.
I don't think a rat badge is a real thing, is it?
No,
Definitely not.
not yet.
Well, I like east.
Why? Why do you like east?
Because I picked one.
I mean, that sounds fair.
There's logic.
I like it.
East is the direction of the rising of the sun, probably in Mork Borg. I don't actually know. So, there you go.
Well, the sun still rises.
Yes, well, if these meteors coming out of the sky or anything have anything to say, it won't be for much longer.
So you're going to continue forward?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
East.
Okay. You proceed to go forward.
Looking back